Okay, we got an additional shift here.
Okay, so that we define success at the department level, when we really need to define success at the team level.
So, success defined at the department level, C2, success defined at the team level. Okay, good.
Define teams.
Yeah, we left it that way on purpose, so we kind of look at it from the perspective of the branch, so the branch doing things for itself as opposed to where the organization. I think that's the branch. So, kind of, it's around some of those discussions that we had before, sorry.
No.
So we kind of look at logistics and PL management from one of the area levels, kind of what should resources, what should this kind of. So in the example we gave was CE, like AP, against one another. We said it, it's always good, so.
The way we sort of.
Yeah.
So then maybe that's my question, is C two, is that define success at the organizational level and not at the team level?
Is that, so is C2 defined at team level or organizational level? Or do you want to say team level aligned to the
I
organization?
think it just depends on how you want to look at it, I think team and org, and organization.
We're trying to say the same thing, the words matter.
I think organizational may lead you too high level on some things, when really you're looking at like, is there a benchmark way to define that versus the individual branch? So,
Yeah, it's easy, yeah.
it's like almost too granular, like how do you go to that level? But not maybe all, and now it's all.
It's the balance of being really granular to the greater good of the enterprise. Okay, good. Please.
Two. First one is, C1 is you run your own branch. C2 is you run your branch backed by proven disciplines, process, and practice. So it's connected to number 2, but it's very specific to that mentality of like,
Yeah,
you know, run your own branch, decide whatever you want.
yeah, it's got
We
to.
got to have some consistency and proven methods in our place.
A little bit of what you guys brought.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Like 13.
And then consistent processes and expectations.
And then my second one was, we say we are customer centric. To C2 is we believe we are customer centric.
Yeah, let's capture that in the customer. What one was that?
We could use
Yeah,
this.
9. Yeah, 9. Let's capture that as additional. We say we're customer focused. Do we believe we're customer focused? Okay, awesome. All right. Any others, Lisa?
So our secret sauce, and I'm sure you're feeling this, is that we are employee owned and how fortunate we are to work for a Lisa company. And we've got line 14 and we haven't even brought that up yet. And so I wanted to just say, like, the current state might be diminishment or not enough
C1 is you use the word burnout. And so say that again, like, is it just within, you were connecting burnout to the employee or to the customer focus?
As we help businesses, unstoppable businesses do their, yeah, our purpose is supporting them after that's a late night for people.
Yeah.
And they're burnt out, and so C2, don't want that burnout.
Yeah. So C2 is continuing to deliver for the customer. You said without burnout, yeah, boundaries or. I almost look at it as, yeah, we prioritize our well-being so we can deliver for customers. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. As you see the list up there, this is a risky move. This is on my part, but I'm gonna do it. Remember I said you take a group of smart people, which you are, and if you give a group of smart people a puzzle and you tell them to solve it, they will solve it. This is not a puzzle we're gonna solve coming up, all right? I'm gonna give you the opportunity to combine any like themes. So anything you see up there where you're like, those are really close, those should be combined. My expectation is maybe there's one or two that are combined, probably not many more, because we've been combining as we go. If we go too far, we combine everything down into one. We have one big shift. That's how this can go. So look up there, and if you see something that you're like, and use the second numbers. So this row, not the actual, use that, those numbers. And do you see anything that absolutely needs to be combined or should be combined? Jason will have final say, so if we're not sure, we'll ask Jason to weigh in. 1 and 7. Okay, 1 and 7. 1 is reactive, we wait until we have to act. It's being proactive and troubleshooting, finding solutions. 7 is lots of conversation, we should do it, conversations, how we are going to do it. Let's do those two first, and then we'll talk about 5. Those make, I think that's a pretty good case to combine.
Before you do that, I was gonna say 6 and 7, kind of, so, as a.
See, this is how it goes.
I was gonna say 7 and 4.
Anyone else? Okay, and the best way to do this thing is one by one. So let's look at, what was the first suggestion? 1 and 7. Okay. 1 and 7, should those two be combined? Okay, look at those, take a minute. I'm gonna ask you to weigh in, so take a minute. Okay, how many say combined? How many of you feel strongly it shouldn't be combined? Okay. Jason, what do you think combined?
I want to hear from Zach quick, because he's the one who had 7, he raised his hand that it shouldn't be combined.
Yeah, so to me, 7 is, it's more about molding the mindset and mentality within decision makers. Right, too often, they're coming from a place of whether or not we're going to choose to do it. Like, I'll take conversation down at, we're talking about a line change. That's not a decision that area directors hold, but yet too many of them are in the way of saying, we're not gonna do that.
And I was gonna decide, but now you share.
But instead, I
Okay.
think we need to have the mindset and mentality of if that's the management's decision, I'm not gonna get in the way and argue whether we should or shouldn't do it. My mentality needs to be, how do I maximize this opportunity they believe is there and make the best of it?
Okay.
How do I coordinate my team in a way that we make this the best, smoothest experience for the customer possible? That's a mindset shift that we need to have. So that's why it's separate from.
I think 7 is more of a general way of operating. Number 1 to me is a distinct. 7. Like,
Yeah, you can,
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
7 and 4 makes sense.
What one?
7 and 4, I think there's some.
Okay, I think there's enough, like with 1 and 7, like we keep them separate. Let's look at 4 and 7. So you see the C2 is on those purposeful, speedy, empowered decision-making, trust. Yeah, those are pretty similar. How many say combined? Anyone feel not combined? Jason, you good? Let's combine those for all. This is where we see how Everwald is on the spreadsheet. By the way, I want to interpret something right now. Harald and I are, either one of us, we're just taking different roles. You'll see Okay, good. Any others that we look to combine? 9 and 10. That cell might not be wrapped. It might be.
I was gonna say 10 and 12, so.
You spoke to
I
some.
think 9, 10, and 12. Yeah. Trifecta. Jerry is right, trifecta.
It's also, passive mentality.
Okay. What's that? Did you?
It was like one consensus decision.
The minute you said something about you, Harold.
Or not.
Is that it?
Or not.
I don't know where you lost it. Right there. Yeah. Well, I'll watch for all. And by the way, I remember doing this with a group of, IT technology professionals. I thought heads were going to explode. They were watching me on the spreadsheet and they were like, this is so. They were like, this is so David, you're happy with both of those.
11 and 2.
Eyes on you, Nick, eyes on me.
2 and 11.
Okay,
2 and 11.
Don says 2 and 11.
And 15 to 11.
Let's go 2 and 11 first. So 2 is from inconsistent, makes accountability and expectations to consistent accountability and expectations and processes. 11, polite culture to direct and honest feedback. How many see those combined? Don, it was a good try.
They're still reading.
They're definitely connected. They're all connected, right? These are closely connected, but they're probably
So 11.
similar.
11, I think, combined.
Boom.
So one's about accountability and expectations, taking accountability. The other is about having the right conversations, having open feedback.
That's accountability. Yeah. I agree, because, you know, especially the wording of 11 is moving away from polite, and there's potential criticism. So it has to be polite and mind, and expectation.
Okay, take a look at those 2 and 11, and we'll ask for you to weigh in if you combine those or not. Nick, did you have a comment on
Well,
those?
yeah, I can see the overlap, but to me, I read 2 as kind of like our national scale versus like servicing a customer locally too. I see that as being 2 different things. 11 is clearly like a way that we should all interact with each other and provide feedback, but I feel like 2 is operating.
So like you said, they're connected, like number 2 is the what, and then number 11 is a little bit of how we get there, like. But still, I.
Most of the time, I would see it, and it's your all's call, but most of the time, those would keep those separate. Because, certainly connected, but one is about having the right conversations. One is not only about setting expectations, I see the accountability, but also taking accountability and ownership for outcomes and things that has been established. But, my 2 cents. Okay, who says combined, 2 and 11? Okay, who says not combined?
Growing.
Okay. So I would suggest we leave separate, if you're okay with that, and we'll look at the voting and see where they land. Okay, I want to hear one more, is there one more?
11 and 15.
So are you suggesting that we can't get this, right? We can't prioritize our well-being without having open, direct conversations? Certainly, it's another one that's certainly connected, but you could also see separate. So take a minute, think about it, and if we combine. Combines, combines. Hey, you came up with the most that are up here. Like, you don't have a list. She was the spokesperson, and she was a really good spokesperson. Okay, all right, here's what we're gonna do now, is we're gonna give you 4 votes, all right? This is hard, this is not easy. Now, let me just explain a couple things with the votes. You're gonna have 4 votes, you can't combine your votes, you can't feel really passionate about one and double, quadruple your votes. We would ask you to, I'm gonna give you time to look at them and pre-select. When you get your 4 votes, stick to those. Because it's really easy to go, well, everyone raised their hand on that one, so I'll save my vote. So what are your top 4? And the last thing I'd say, this is really important. If one of these doesn't make your list, your top 4, it doesn't mean it's not important. They're all important. It doesn't mean you don't care about them. You care about all of these. What are the 4 most critical right now for the next 18 to 24 months for us to become more critical? Individuals. This is individual. Pick your top 4 and use these numbers here. Okay, that's all. That's how we'll vote.
Narrowed down to 6.
Okay. We do this in a really scientific way. You raise your hand and we count. Hold to your votes. All right, who had number 1, reactive to proactive? How many hold them up high? Keep them up?
In the top report, 6.
That's one of your 4. That's one of your 4. 6, got it. 7, you're in 7. Okay. Who had shift 2? Raise your hand if you had shift 2. Keep them up. Okay, shift 3. Okay, shift 4. Hit the shift 4. Okay, keep them up. I saw another hand over 27. And James raised his hand twice. I didn't count it twice. Just, I would guess that one's gonna make probably. Alright, shift 5. Go ahead, shift 5. Okay, good, keep those up. Shift 6. Okay, shift 8.
Clarity was the first thing you wrote down. Bobby, some more
Tim, you're not. Why start? 9, shift 9. Okay, keep them up. Outcomes focused. 2. 11. Shift 12. Shift 5. Not 5, sorry. Shift 12. Shift 12. I was on 12. Anyone else at 12? Shift 12.
We're doing 12 for you actually got a hand on the board.
Yeah.
Shane dropped out.
Okay, shift 13. 4. Shift 14.
It's right there.
3. And then shift 15. I love it. Own it. Okay.
Hey, walk it over there.
Okay, in a minute, here's what's gonna happen next. So you see the ones that rose to the top there. Oh, we're all gonna scroll down.
I see.
Resize. What was that one? That was the. There you go. Okay. So okay, so you see the ones that rose to the top. Here's what we're going to do. Next step in the process is we're going to take a break. I would ask Jason and the executive committee to stay back for a moment. It's actually the process we're going to follow here is very similar to kind of your top shift there, the one that has the most votes, and that is this: teams don't make decisions. Who makes decisions? Leaders. You might.
Reference point 1.
Leaders make decisions. What's the role of a team? To inform the right decision, right? So as you think about decision making, there's lots of different frameworks and matrix, works around decision making, but we need to define the decision and the decision maker. So for purposes of today, our decision maker is going to be Jason, all right? Because he's just, sometimes it's just virtue of title. he's gonna be the decision maker, that's the case today. Our job is to inform that decision, that's what this whole process is. It's a lot like if we were gonna go to dinner tonight, and we all had to agree 100% on where we're gonna go, when would we eat? We're not eating, right? And so, our job is a decision maker, and Don's gonna decide where we go for dinner. We're all gonna share with Don our opinions, thoughts, where we think we should go, why here, why there. He's gonna listen, he's gonna weigh that. And then Don's gonna make a decision. Based on price. We can get behind that decision for two reasons. Typically, we can get behind wherever Don decides because, one, I've had some say, right? I've been able to give my opinion, my thoughts, even vote, all of that went into it. And two, I want to eat. We gotta eat, right? We gotta move.
And I can assure you, it's not based on price.
Based on bias, right? So that's the process we're gonna follow here. We're gonna lead, we're gonna have Jason stay behind. Ultimately, we're gonna, and the executive committee, ultimately, we'll decide on the top 3 or 4 that we focus on, and then we'll come back and we'll take you through a process to put some words to define these even more clearly than they are now. All right. So with that, let's take 10 minutes. I've got 5 till, so let's take 5 after. Be back at 5 after.
I had it.